Good morning, High Button sports fans, and welcome inside the Member 2 Sport and Wellness Center for this morning's Thanksgiving Sunday matchup between the home team Cape Breton Jets and the visiting Martello Buccaneers. Buccaneers control off the opening draw. Curtin backtracks into his own zone. D-to-D pass to Bailey, now up to the boards for Probert, but it's broken up there by Ben Guthrow. Played with a hand pass. And we will have a face-off inside the Buccaneers zone. Starting in goal today for the Martello Buccaneers, Callum Kelly. 2-1 record and a 0.885 save percentage. For the Cape Breton Jets, Calix Tornidis gets the call between the pipes with a 1-2 record and a 0.872 save percentage on the season so far. Here come the Buccaneers. Probert. It's knocked off his stick into the corner, but he's back on it again. Throws it up top now for Bellin. His shot blocked in front. Probert kicked aside there by Tornidis. Good pressure here early on from the Bucs. Guthrow chips it out into the neutral zone, and the Jets will start a change. Mumbercat heads north, gets over the blue line. He's met by 4 blue jerseys. So he'll throw that on net. Tornidis will cover up to take the face-off. These two teams met here in Member 2 last night. Martello Buccaneers coming away with an 8-0 victory last night. Dominant performance from the Buccaneers. Let's see what adjustments the Jets have made today. LeBlanc throws that in deep into the corner and gives chase. On it, though, is Jador. Now the Buccaneers control once again. Mason Harlow chips it past Phillips, and he's back on it again down deep into the corner. Tries to throw that in front, but it's off a skate and into the corner. Now it escapes the zone. Bellin ahead for McClellan, but it's chipped back out by the Jets. Lead pass for Harlow. Harlow leaves it there for Curtin. His shot does not get through. Behind the net once again. And now it's going to land on top of that. So we will get a face-off inside the Jets' territory. Mason Harlow had a hat trick last night in the victory for the Buccaneers. Lachlan Roach, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's in to take the face-off now for the Bucs, but it's won by the Jets. Coda Lewis tries to headman the puck, and Blair Francis now backtracks into his own zone. That one will go up and out of play. Buccaneers throwing 50 shots on the Jets goalie last night, Daniel Levat, and aside from the scoreboard favoring the Buccaneers, Levat played a very good game. Bucs. Shot. Tornidis save. Kicked aside into the corner there. In behind the net is Roach, but it pops out onto the stick of Francis. Good lead pass. Here's Smith McNeil. He's got a step. Miss Smith McNeil shoots. Loses the handle at the last second. Puck still loose there in the crease. Great effort there by Travis Smith McNeil, using his speed to get around the defense. Now Roach tries to feather it in front. Colin McDonald eliminates man from puck. Now the battle in the corner ensues. Coda Lewis there to help support. However, Pridham strips him of the puck. Still battling along the boards. Now it's kicked down low. It's Roach. Roach circles the back of the net. Looking for some options. He'll start a cycle game down low for Bellan. Bellan chips it down to Roach again. Now McDonald chips it up the boards, but it's kept in there by Dodge. Thrown right back in. Rimmed around, Smith McNeil Chips it ahead for Francis. Scramble play in the neutral zone, ends up deep into Buccaneers territory. Mahoney watched closely there by a couple of Jets, so he'll just chip that in. Bounces off the end wall right into Tornidis' glove, and he'll swallow that up to take the defensive zone face-off. Mahoney in to take the draw against Isaac Ward. Buccaneers control off the face-off. Bailey throws it back down deep into the corner. Rimmed around for Simmons. Jumps over his stick. Bailey, his shot deflects off Ward. Now Ward in a foot race with Curtin. Curtin will win that. Try to spin off his man. Now Curtin sees his options. Gwen Timothy. He'll carry it into the Jets territory. Takes a shot. Tornidis gloves that down. And we'll have another face-off deep inside the Jets territory. Face off to the left of Calix Tornidis. Ben Gothro wins that draw for the Cape Breton Jets. Jumps over stick. 3-on-1 now for the Jets. Parker Lee over the blue line. He drops it for Ben Guthrow, but a good back check there by the Buccaneers, and they regroup. But now Mumbercat and Guthrow for a battle in the corner. Mumbercat reverses play to Belan. Belan back for Mumbercat. Mumbercat 1-on-3. Now he's got help. Played ahead for Crawley. Crawley just chips it past Bailey. Buccaneers blow a tire. Here's Crawley's shot. Whistles that one high and wide, and that's going to come all the way back out now. LeBlanc chips it off the boards for Lee. Lee ahead for Guthrow. Here comes Ben Guthrow. Tries to feather that over to Crawley, but it's broken up now. The Buccaneers are in transition, but great job there by Pemberton keeping the play alive at the blue line. Probert spins off Guthrow, but he's met hard in the boards there by Hudson Crawley. Jets regain control. Chipped back in low. Jets will start a change. Now Bailey winds his way through his own zone, now through the neutral zone. Bumped off the puck there by Phillips. And the Jets control once again. Good physical game so far from the Jets. Winning some more puck battles now. Here's McDonald's shot. That one goes wide. Jador is there. Tries to keep the play alive in the offensive zone. Squirts out. Now here's Harlow. Harlow pushed to the outside by McDonald. He'll circle around the net, throws it up top for Dodge. Back down for Harlow. He beats his man now. Met by 3 Jets there. No more forward progress for Harlow. Phillips chips to Jador. Jador throws it through the middle, but it's on the stick of Harlow once again. His shot tipped into the corner. Ballon, his shot doesn't get through. Hits a couple bodies in front and ends up behind the net. Dodge jumps in off the line, keeping that play alive in the offensive zone. Thrown out front. Phillips there to break up that play. Furious action here in the Jets' territory. Cross ice feeds Stevens. Rims that around, but Harlow there once again leaves it for Dodge. He'll throw that down low. Zone time mounting now for the Buccaneers. Still in control with it now. The Jets will get control, play it off the glass and out. Phillips in a foot race for it, trying to beat out the icing call. He'll do just that. Still in behind now, Jador. Tries to cut to the middle of the ice, but his progress impeded by Ballon. Rimmed around for Pridham. Pridham can't get that out. Now it's off Pridham's skate. 2-on-1 for the Buccaneers. Pridham and Kraus. Pridham keeps Tornidis. with the save again. Quick transition for the Martello Buccaneers, the 2-on-1. Tornides plays it perfectly. His first big save of the game. Keeping this one deadlocked at 0. Now rimmed around. Smith McNeil tries to chip it past Curtin. And we'll have ourselves a penalty call. As Carter Curtin will get the gate on the interference call, impeding the progress of Travis Smith McNeil. Our first look at the Jets power play here this morning. Power play that is currently 3rd in the league at 22%. Shot by Crawley, saved by Kelly. The Martello penalty kill operating at an 82% efficiency. Good for 8th in the league. McDonald stops up behind his net. Watched very closely there by Kraus. Kraus causes a turnover. It's to Pridham. Over for Kraus, but it's off a skate and in behind. Jets now regroup. Crawley leaves it there for Phillips. Now Phillips. Blown tire there by Ballon. Now Phillips knocked off his stick, and the Buccaneers are able to clear the zone. Parker Lee. Out front for Crawley. Just bounces off his stick into the corner. Thrown out front, Guthrow tips it just wide. Kept alive there by Colin McDonald, and the Jets still with some time in the offensive zone, but the Buccaneers now, they'll clear it. Here comes Mahoney all alone, short-handed on the breakaway. Mahoney stopped by Tornides. And the net comes off its pegs, and we'll get a whistle. Excellent chance on the penalty kill there for the Buccaneers. Mahoney not able to finish. 40 seconds now left in the man advantage for the Jets. Coda Lewis in to take the draw for Cape Breton. He'll win that cleanly. Rimmed around, nobody there. Theoropoulos trying to kill the clock along the wall, but it squirts free for Smith McNeil. And now here comes Black. Ahead for Jador. Jador shot. Kelly turns that one aside. Up top now, Lewis. 15 seconds to go now in the man advantage. Cross ice feed. Good stick in the lane there. It breaks up that play. Teams now back to even strength. Early kill for the Buccaneers. They'll throw it the length of the ice right on net. No icing is the call. Tornides, headman to Smith McNeil. Now gaining some steam over the blue line. Takes it out wide, plays it up top. Nobody there in time, as Pemberton was just coming off the bench and was just a fraction of a second too late. Get in there, offsides the call. 7-3 shots on goal right now in favor of the Buccaneers. Ballon, his pass doesn't connect. This one will go the length of the ice for icing. Face-off coming up to the right of Callum Kelly. Isaac Ward in to take the draw here against Luke Mumbercat. Jets control. Shot by LeBlanc goes wide. Goes off the end boards. Kept in now. Down the wall it goes. Morrison circles the back of the net. Tries to throw it out front. Can't quite get there. Ballon. He can't get it out. Buccaneers still trying to clear the zone. Pemberton. Morrison finds it, throws it back in. Dodge regroups in his own zone. Over for Ballon. Back for Dodge. They'll try again on the other side. Pridham. He can't get it out. Kept alive there by LeBlanc. Good stick by Pemberton. But now here they come again. Probert. One-on-one with LeBlanc. Throws it out front. All alone. Shot. Scores. Ben Sullivan coming in late after some good work along the boards by his line mates. Jonathan Probert doing some good work along the boards. Finds the trailer. Sullivan coming in late. Puts it on a tee for him. And the Buccaneers strike first. Bailey reads that play perfectly. Over for Probert. Back for Probert now. Now the Buccaneers score again. It looks like Jonathan Probert will lead the line back to the bench. It was a shot from Sullivan. Looks like Probert might have got a piece of it on the way into the net. Either way you slice it, that line strikes twice in mere seconds of each other. And just like that, the Buccaneers have opened up a 2-0 lead. Misplayed there by McDonald. McClellan throws it through. Now Guthrow in a foot race with Ballon. Crawley in to help now. His shot from a hard angle. Rebounds back into the corner. Dodge reverses play for Ballon. He'll chip it off the boards, but Hudson Crawley is there to keep it in. Good layers by the Buccaneers. Now 3-on-2, but pass doesn't connect. Now McClellan. His shot up and over the crossbar. Thrown down low for Harlow. He loses the handle. Black tries to reverse it, but Harlow there to impede that progress. Crawley chips it off the boards. Up for McClellan. Jets clear the zone once again. Not enough for icing. Buccaneers try to get the stretch pass, but instead icing will be the call. Two quick strikes by the Martello Buccaneers have them up 2-0 as we come down to 6:59 to play here in the first period. Phillips and Harlow line up for the draw. The Buccaneers control. Black comes in off the line, chips that puck back down low. Buccaneers get it out of the zone once again. Now it's Pridham. He'll throw it out front. Glove down, and Jador heads the other way for the Jets. He's met by 3 white shirts, but help there in the form of Butters. LeBlanc gets it down, shot on goal. Swallowed up by Kelly, and he'll take the face off. Phillips and Roach line up for the face-off. Another face-off win for the Jets. Pemberton, his shot goes wide. Rebound in front there. The Buccaneers clear the front of the net. Now, chip pass over the head. It's on the stick of Pridham. His shot turned aside by Tornidis. Aggressive forecheck once again here from the Buccaneers, causing all sorts of problems for the Jets in their own zone. It's reversed for Jador. Bellan sneaks off the line to keep the play alive. Now Pridham tries to feed it out front for Kraus, but that play interrupted. Battling along the boards. Dodge trying to squirt it free, and it will come free. It's out for Pridham. Pridham tries to throw that out front, but LeBlanc knocks that, and the net will come off its peg. And we'll have a face-off deep inside Jets territory. Coda Lewis lines up for the face-off against Mahoney. And the Jets win that one. Rimmed around, Coda Lewis. In a foot race. McDonald. Met there by a few Buccaneers. Another shot on goal, another save for Tornidis. 10-6 now, shot totals favoring the Buccaneers. Draw one by the Bucs. Up top, Tornidis once again will jump on that, and we'll get another face-off. And the refs seen enough. Blair Francis will get the gate. 2 minutes for slashing will be the call. And we'll get our first look at the Buccaneers power play for today. Power play with 16% efficiency. Good for 6th in the league, going up against the PK unit of the Jets. Jets clear the zone. Kelly out to play it. Thrown up from McClellan, leaves a touch pass there for Harlow. Just out of his reach, and the Jets will once again clear it down the ice. Roach watched closely there by Lewis. Lewis separates man from puck, but the Bucs regain possession. Good stick there from Colin McDonald. But up top for Harlow, now for Bellan. He'll just softly chip it into the corner. And it's rimmed back around for Harlow on the half wall. Works his way up top, leaves it there for Bellan. Bellan steps around his man. Cross ice feed for Roach off his skate. But Harlow keeps it in at the blue line. Now, cross for McClellan. He surveys the situation. Soft chip around. Roach is there to get it. Bucs still control. 27 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Buccaneers. Cross ice feed. McClellan's shot. Tornidis can't find it. And Harlow will find it on the doorstep, as Tornidis had a hard time with the rebound. And Mason Harlow will tap that in for the power play marker. And the Buccaneers strike once again here in the first period and have now opened up a 3-0 lead on the Cape Breton Jets. Bailey walks it in. Probert now drops it back for Bailey, but Ward able to chip that out, but Mumbercat regains control and he'll throw it right back in. Pemberton back. Stops up behind his net. Trying to find Morrison. He'll leave it there for LeBlanc, but here comes Probert. Overskates that. Morrison. He tries to feather it across the ice, but here come the Buccaneers once again, and it's Probert. Leaves it for Sullivan. His shot doesn't miss by much. Up top for Bailey. He'll dance around, gets that through a pile of traffic. Tornidas turns that aside. Broken up once again, and here's Curtin. Walks around LeBlanc. Thrown out front. Nobody there for the Buccaneers, but Probert back on it up top. Curtin's shot, that deflects. Tornidas, reactionary save there. Another reactionary save for Tornidas. Buccaneers turning up the heat now. With 1:40 to play here in the first period. Buccaneers finding their offensive groove now. Ozone time starting to mount, as is the shot total for the Bucks. 14-7 in favor of the Buccaneers. But the Jets win the draw. Kraus throws it out front, and a bang-bang play, and Pridham will pick up the loose puck and slide it underneath the pad of Tornidas. Jaden Pridham puts the Buccaneers up by 4. Here come the Bucks once again. Chipped in for Roach. Lachlan Roach gets it knocked off of his stick by Black. Up top now, Bailey. Now Guthrow and Lee, 2-on-2. Guthrow's shot up and over the crossbar. Mahoney throws it in behind the net. Tornidas out to play it. Rims it around. Kraus breaks that play up. Shot saved by Tornidas. Great glove save there. As the Buccaneers once again showing what they showed last night, very quick on the transition. And can really get those high danger scoring opportunities in a hurry. Off a skate up for Dodge. His shot goes wide. Down low. Throw it out front. Buccaneers continue to control. Now down to 20 seconds to play in the period. Ballon shot. It squirts free. Tornidas can't squeeze it. And Gwyn Timothy on the spot. Or actually, pardon me. They're going to say Tornidas had it. So no goal on the play, and we continue. Jets catch a break there. Has no goal, and we continue play now. 12 seconds to go here in the period. Working it around the half wall. Up top, Dodge shoots. Tornidas grabs that, and we'll have another face-off in Jets territory. 3 seconds on the clock. Jets are just trying to get through this period now. Scramble draw, that will do it here after 20 minutes of play. The Martello Buccaneers have opened up a 4-0 lead on the Cape Breton Jets. We will be back with second period action after this brief intermission.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple.
And welcome back for second period action here between the Cape Breton Jets and the Martello Buccaneers. After 20 minutes of play, it is Martello with a 4-0 lead on the Jets. Morrison shot. Kelly with the save. After that first period, Martello throwing 20 shots on the goal, out shooting the Jets 20-8. The Jets. McDonald with a shot. Ward save. Great save there by Kelly. But now here come the Buccaneers. Probert leading the way over the blue line. Tries to find Mumbercat out front. Ends up behind the Jets' goal. Probert eliminated from the puck there by Black, but the Bucks control again. Mumbercat down low. Sullivan can't find the handle. Probert in front. Tornidas finds that and will take the face off. Couple attempts early in this period for the Jets. Callum Kelly making his best saves of the game so far. Buck shot. Tornidas falls on top of it, has a quick glance behind him, but does eventually find it underneath his padding. Bucks have done a good job winning the faceoffs once again here today. But the Jets win that one, and it's Pemberton. Off the glass. Here's Guthrow down low, trying to find Crawley. Out front shot, save Kelly. LeBlanc keeps that in. Throws it down low once again. Crawley. Watch closely there, Belan. Spins off his man over for Dodge. Rims it around the boards. Kept in at the line there by LeBlanc. Here's Lee. Throws it out front. Trying to find Crawley. It jumps over his stick now. Here come the Bucks once again. Harlow. His pass through doesn't make it through to McClellan. Now LeBlanc starts it back up ice for the Jets. Broken up there by Curtin. Over for Bailey. Bailey. He'll get it up the ice. As Roach gives chase. Now Jador. 1-on-3. Colton Jador. Can't get around the Buccaneers defense. And they'll transition up the ice. Morrison. Broken up there, rimmed around Jador. Chips it past Jador. 2-on-1 developing for the Jets. Here's Colton Jador. Over for Butters. He loses it in his skates. But McDonald tries a cross-seam pass. Broken up there by the Bucks. Now Pridham feathers that ahead. Kraus shot. Turned aside by Tornidas. Here's Phillips now for the Jets. Phillips enters the zone, circles the net, throws it out in front, nobody home, and Callum Kelly will jump on that. Face off coming up to the right of Callum Kelly. Mahoney and Lewis line up for the face-off. Mahoney wins that. Buccaneers get it out of the zone. Jumps over the stick of McDonald. But he regains control now for Blair Francis. Lead pass for Lewis. Here's Coda Lewis. Lewis, no, off the crossbar. Francis scramble in front of the Buccaneers net. Another shot off the post there by Smith McNeil. Furious action in front of Kelly right now. Buccaneers trying to get control. Francis tries to play it back down deep. Doesn't go. Icing is waved off. The Jets coming ever so close to putting one past the Buccaneers. Lewis with a heavy hit there. Puck comes loose. And now in behind the Jets goal. Physicality starting to pick up in this one. 2-on-1 now developing for the Bucs. Probert with Mahoney. Probert keeps, shoots. Tornidas turns that aside. Can't find it. Up the ice they go. Curtin. Breaking free there is Bailey. Into the corner it goes. Mumbercat there to get it for the Bucs. Out front for Sullivan. Shot. Tornidas kicks that aside. Jets clear the zone. Bucs regroup, and here they come again. Sullivan chips that in. Tornidas leaves that in behind the goal now. He and McDonald. Played ahead. Lewis. Beaten to the puck there by Probert. Probert will chip that in, and Sullivan is there to get it. Throws it out front. McDonald breaks that play up. Sullivan now trying to find Ballon. Doesn't get there, but Mumbercat. Good coverage on the blue line. Keeps the play alive. Probert down for Sullivan. And a quick bang-bang play, but Tornidas with a big save there. Good pressure starting to mount here as the Jets are starting to get a little bit of offensive rhythm going. They want to get the next one, that's for sure. Harlow in to take the draw, wins it cleanly back. Shot deflects off. Isaac Ward now. He'll get it through the neutral zone, over for Morrison. Morrison walks around his man. Fans on the shot, and it makes its way into Kelly's pad. And once again, the physicality starting to boil over here. Frustration starting to mount here for the Jets. Refs have seen enough. They're going to take Simmons. Out of that whole melee. Cole Simmons will be the only one being assessed a minor. And the Buccaneers power play will go to work once again. 1 for 1 this afternoon, or this morning, sorry. And they'll go back to work now. Down low it is, McClellan. Circles up top, leaves it there for Roach. Throws it over for Curtin. Back for Roach. Doesn't connect. Thrown down deep. Rimmed around. Harlow is there on it for the Buccaneers. Squirts in behind the net. LeBlanc rims it around. Not enough to get out. Roach keeps it alive for the Buccaneers. Now McClellan. Circles. Tries to throw that out front. Morrison there with a second chance. Curtin comes off the line, and good board work there, but Phillips able to clear the zone. Jets will get fresh penalty killing unit out there as the Buccaneers regroup in their own zone. Lachlan Roach carries it through the neutral zone over the blue line, knocked off his stick. The Jets will clear the zone yet again. Ballon gets in over the zone, pulls up, waiting for his teammates to get set up here. Still with it along the wall. There is Ballon. Probert in to help out. Bucks control once again. Now they're set up. Probert, top for Ballon. Cross ice feed there. Broken up play, and Phillips gives chase. Kelly. Good patience by the keeper there. Now ahead for Kraus. Kraus pulls up. There's a circle around the net. Team's back to even strength. Another good kill there for the Jets. They'll try to get this puck moving north now. Into the corner it goes. Chipped off the glass, but not out. Ref saying play with a hand pass, so the face-off will come outside the Jets' territory. .53 to go here in the second period. Buccaneers still lead by 4. Up top, kept in there by Crawley, but Pridham, good active stick, able to clear that out. Stevens now. McDonald watched closely by a couple Buccaneers, but he wins that puck battle, gets it across for Lee, who's going to chip that in deep, and Guthrow gives chase for the Jets. Not able to get control, but puck still in the corner. Penalty upcoming here to the Jets once again. Ben Guthrow will get 2 minutes for holding. And the Martello Buccaneers will get another opportunity here on the power play. Mumbercat wins the draw. Gets set up down low in the corner. Off the skate of Pemberton. LeBlanc tries to clear that. Goes off a skate and up and out of play. Face off deep in Jets territory. Pemberton. Battle along the wall, gets it up but not out. Roach keeps that in at the line. Now back up top for Roach. Plays it over for Curtin. Down low, Harlow can't get it. Now Phillips trying to get a step on Lachlan Roach. Phillips. Good job to control that puck. As it squirts loose now for Jador. Over for Pemberton. Throws that on net. Almost gets through. Deflected at the last second. Some good zone time here for the Jets penalty killing unit. Bucks now get it back. Harlow. He can't get through. As the Jets once again do a great job clogging up the neutral zone and clearing the puck out. Kelly almost gets caught playing the puck behind his own net. And a little delay at the blue line, and the Buccaneers have gone offside. 41 seconds left in the Guthrow penalty. And the Bucks win the face-off. Laid back there into space, but Lewis breaks that up. Coda Lewis with a burst of speed. Tries to feed it over to Butters. That will actually draw a penalty. Hooking will be the call, as it's a Great penalty kill here for the Jets. And Coda Lewis with a burst of speed. So the penalty was called. No Buccaneer players. Oh, we've got a penalty shot. Excuse me. Excuse me. I thought there was a penalty call. It's in fact a penalty shot for Coda Lewis. And here he goes. Lewis weaves it on Kelly. Lewis fakes him out off the post. Coda Lewis waits out Kelly, but cannot wait out the post. And the Buccaneers dodge a bullet there as the Jets just trying to find something to feed off. Face off deep in the zone. Buccaneers control. Good stick there by Butters. As Guthrow stands in the box. 5 seconds left now in the power play. And the Jets will successfully kill back-to-back penalties and do so in convincing fashion nonetheless. Icing will be the call here. So a couple good penalty kills for the Cape Breton Jets. They actually get a penalty shot out of it. See if they can build some momentum off of those 2 big kills. Bucks win the draw. Rimmed around the boards. Now chipped in deep. Tornidis comes out to play it, rims it around. Smith McNeil. Chip pass there. Here comes Lewis. He's got Francis. Lewis cuts into the middle. Shot. Kelly grabs that one. Coda Lewis displaying some great bursts of speed here in the second period. Getting himself into some dangerous scoring opportunities. But Callum Kelly, he's been good here today. Jets starting to close the gap on that shot total here. 26-16 now in favor of the Buccaneers in the shot category. Chipped out. Travis Smith McNeil trying to get a burst of speed. Bailey does a great job there, cutting off the lane. But it's given up in front of the net. Jets with it now. Up top, over for Stevens. His shot, that goes wide. Lewis has it in the corner. He's met there by Roach. Buccaneers can't get it out of the zone. Now Blair Francis. He'll try to throw it in deep. Not able to do so. Bailey tries the reverse. It's broken up there by Travis Smith McNeil. Smith McNeil tries a dipsy doodle through the corner, but the Buccaneers able to clear the zone. Kraus. One-on-one beats McDonald into the corner it goes. Heavy hit along the corner. Up top, Dodge. Tries to play it in deep, not able to get it deep enough. This one will go the length of the ice. Icing will be the call against the Jets. Mumbercat in to take the draw for the Buccaneers. Scramble draw, and the Jets come away with it. Morrison chips it out. Travis Smith McNeil, good pressure in the offensive zone. Takes a heavy hit there. The Jets still with it. Stick in the lane by Sullivan. Reads that play, chips it out. Now a foot race. Sullivan shot. Tornidis grabs that one out of midair. Good burst of speed displayed there by Ben Sullivan. And a great read on the cross-ice pass. Gets a face-off deep in the zone, but the Jets will win that draw. Ward chips it out now. He gets his feet going. He's got a 2-on-1, but again, great back checking. All 5 men back checking there for the Buccaneers, taking away any options. Ward back for Pemberton. Through the middle of the ice. High stick be the call. It was hit by a Buccaneers high stick in the neutral zone. And then they were the next ones to play it. So, offensive zone draw coming up for the Jets. Be to the left of Callum Kelly. Ben Guthrow in to take the draw for the Jets. He'll win it. Pemberton shoots. Kelly, the saves, bobbles out. Rebound chance there for Crawley. But here come the Buccaneers once again. 3-on-1. Good stick by LeBlanc, able to poke that free. Now Crawley ahead for Pemberton, back for Guthrow. It's in Guthrow's skates. He's still with it. He scores! Ben Guthrow picks it up in his skates. Doesn't give up on the play. And then roofs it top corner over the blocker of Callum Kelly. And the Jets have life here in number 2. They have cut the lead of the Buccaneers to 4-1. Offside's the call. Beautiful goal from Ben Guthrow. Again, looked like a lost play as he lost it in his skates, but not giving up on it. Finds it and gets it up in a hurry, up and over the blocker of Kelly. Now Harlow, shot into the gear of Tornidis, and he will hold on. .5:22 to go here in the second period. Cape Breton Jets are on the board off the Ben Guthrow goal. Battle down low in the corner, thrown out front, doesn't make it through McDonald's skates. Thrown out front yet again. Kept alive at the line there by the Buccaneers. Curtin throws that on. Kicked aside into the corner by Tornidis. Butters circles behind his net, chips it off the boards. Jador chips it out into the neutral zone. Phillips, touch pass for Jador. Jador walks around Curtin. Jador shot. Kelly the save. Bucks try to clear it. Kept alive at the line by McDonald. Now they'll get it out. And we'll have another penalty call here. A slash upcoming. And it will go against the Jets. Colton Jador to the box for slashing. Another big penalty kill upcoming here for the Jets. They've had two very successful penalty kills in this period, resulting in a penalty shot opportunity for Coda Lewis. Broken up there at the line. Now Guthrow feeds it ahead, leaves it there. Again, aggressive penalty killing here from the Jets, not given any time and space to the Buccaneers. Jets clear it once more. Bailey sets up behind his net. Now Mummercat wheels through the neutral zone. Drops it there for Sullivan. He'll drop it back to the point for Bailey. Cross ice feed. It ends up back for Bellon, over for Bailey. Pemberton dives across to interrupt the play, but Buccaneers still in control. Up top, it's Probert for Bailey. Down low. Jets, good job keeping the Buccaneers to the outside so far. They'll try again. Bailey's shot goes wide into the corner. Now it rims around to the half wall. And the Jets not able to get it out. Probert dumps that back down low. Sullivan first on it. Knocked off his puck off his stick. Jets or Buccaneers still in control. 16 seconds now left in the power play, and the Jets will finally clear the zone. Quick up by the Buccaneers. Here's McClellan. His shot turned aside by Tornidis. Penalty over, teams back to even strength. Jador out of the box. Almost picks one up in stride. Not able to do so. Another successful penalty kill for the Cape Breton Jets. .2:17 to go in the second period. Good response from the Cape Breton Jets in this period. Here come the Bucks once again. Tornidis grabs that out of midair. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Calix Tornidis. Dodge breaks that play up, and he'll throw it right back into Jets territory. Smith McNeil has no options, reverses it for Colin McDonald, now for Blair Francis. Pucks transition once more. Rimmed around. Lewis plays it ahead for Smith McNeil. He'll get a piece of that. So no icing will be called. Top, McDonald. Cross ice feed, doesn't make its way through. Mahoney chips it in deep. He'll start a change. It's a battle in behind the goal of the Jets. Played up top. Bailey throws it right back down. Last minute of play here in the second period. It's rimmed around for Smith McNeil. He'll get it out of the zone, but the Buccaneers will throw it right back in. Giveaway in front of Tornidis, but again, good read by the young goalie as he comes out to the top of the paint. And we'll get a face-off in Jets territory. 39 seconds to go here in the second period. Battle down low in the corner. Comes free on the stick of Roach. He can't get the handle on it. More scrambly play, ends up back in the corner. 20 seconds now. Thrown out front, Guthrow diverts that into the corner. Pridham is there. Now the Jets try to reverse. Lee off the glass and out for Crawley. He's met there by Balan. More play along the boards. Puck comes free, and that will do it. After 40 minutes of play, the Martello Buccaneers lead the Cape Breton Jets by a score of 4-1. We'll be back with third period action after this brief intermission.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Welcome back. We get set now. Third period action here between the Cape Breton Jets and the Martello Buccaneers. Buccaneers leading the Jets after 40 minutes by a score of 4-1. Out shooting the Jets 32-20. Jets really closed the gap on the shot department there in the second period, as they had many looks and good sustained pressure, did the Jets. Rimmed around the boards now. Simmons is met there by Curtin. Breton, he can't get the handle on it, and it's chipped out into the neutral zone. Jets skating onto it. Thrown out front, nobody home there for the Jets. Now Kraus, 1-on-3 as his teammates start a line change. Thrown out front. Simmons is there, but Simmons almost loses the handle. Does get it out of the zone, and the Jets regroup. McDonald over for Black. Up for Simmons. He'll chip it off the glass and out to Guthrow. Thrown through the middle of the ice. Lee, it's in his skates. Now he finds it again. Cross ice dump from Lee. And Crawley now on it for the Jets. Thrown out front. Hits a bunch of white sticks, but Bucks cannot clear the zone as Pemberton throws that back down and behind the net. D-to-D pass behind. Now the Buccaneers will get out of the zone. It's Harlow. From Morrison, that play broken up there, and Crawley feeds Guthrow. Now 2-on-1 for the Jets coming up. Pemberton jumps up into the play. His shot high and up and over the glass. Face off coming now to the left of Callum Kelly. Ben Guthrow in to take the face off here against Luke Mumbercat. Buccaneers control off the face off. Get to the red line. Dumps it in. Probert first on it for the Buccaneers. Deflects over into the corner. Now McDonald. He'll get it free, try and skate it out, but he's watched closely there by Luke Mumbercat. Causes a turnover. Cross ice it goes. Crawley, Hudson Crawley. Lead pass for Guthrow. He's got Lee with him. Tries to feather it over to Lee. Does not quite make it. And the Buccaneers regroup and attack once more. Here's Probert. Throws it into the high slot. Nobody there, but here come the Jets once again. It's Guthrow and Lee, 2-on-1. Lee for Guthrow. That hits a Buccaneers stick, but great job right there by Crawley. Guthrow looking for some help, but his line mates have started to change, but the Jets, again, good offensive zone pressure here from the Cape Breton Jets to start this one. Now Mumbercat leads the way for the Buccaneers. He'll dump it in at the blue line and start a change. Jets jumps over there, stick there. Jumping in off the line was Dodge. Sullivan feeds it back up top for Crawley. Or Mahoney, sorry. Cross ice feed. Here's Matt Phillips. Phillips, he's got some space. Feeds it over for Jador. He'll tip that on net. Kelly. Offsides is the call. Some great chances for the Cape Breton Jets here to start this third period. But good defensive layers by the Buccaneers in their own zone, able to break up those plays and eliminate some grade A scoring chances. Now the Buccaneers, Bailey will dump that in. Jumps over Tornidis' stick as he comes out to play it. Battle in the corner. McDonald tries to break it free. bouncing around in behind the Jets' goal. Heavy hit the corner there. Jador takes his man out. Rimmed around. This one will go the full length of the ice, but icing waved off. Bailey watched closely there by Matt Phillips. Bucks chip it off the boards, but not out. Bucks now regroup, and now they'll get it out. Good back check by Matt Phillips, eliminating the man from the puck. And the Jets now can regroup in their own zone. McDonald, he'll try to flip that out. LeBlanc reverses, and he'll chip it ahead for Matt Phillips. Phillips stops up, tries to throw that down low, ends up in a couple skates. Thrown across, Phillips' shot. That doesn't miss by much. Now the Bucks will try again, and they will finally chip it out and into the neutral zone. McDonald ahead for Jador. He loses it in the skates of Roach. Roach shot off the skate of McDonald and up and out of play. .39 to go here in the third period. Buccaneers lead the Jets by a score of 4-1. Lachlan Roach in to take the draw against Coda Lewis, and Lewis will win that for the Jets. Francis ahead for Lewis now. Smith McNeil walks into it. Lewis toe drags around his man up top. Pemberton, his shot hits a skate and up. Now the Buccaneers will clear the zone. Icing will be the call. And the face-off will come back inside Buccaneers territory. Here come the Buccaneers again. Shot, Tornidas. He'll grab that. Chipped out. Jets coming back. Ward, Isaac Ward. His shot up and over the glass. Here come the Buccaneers yet again on the transition. Cross ice feed doesn't connect. Simmons backtracks. Ward takes a heavy hit. And the Jets break it out once again. Here's Isaac Ward. Tries to get a step on Ballon. Kelly out to play it. Good stick there by LeBlanc. Chips it ahead for Simmons. Kelly plays it once again. He'll get it out of the zone. Buccaneers now with some time to regroup in their own territory. Bellon throws it through the middle. It's broken up there by Pemberton. Right back into the zone. Now McClellan. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan scores. Ben Sullivan, Johnny on the spot. Picks up on a miscue by the Cape Breton Jets. And he makes no mistake putting it into the back of the net. And the Buccaneers have restored their 4-goal lead. Icing waved off. Sullivan knocked off the puck there in the high slot area. Jets start a transition. Crawley has the puck knocked off of his stick. Rimmed around, in behind the net. Bailey over for Probert. Probert watched closely there by Crawley, and Crawley will throw that back down low. Now the Buccaneers try and reverse. And they'll get it out. Here's Probert. Stops up. Finds Mumbercat in front. Off the post. Coming off the bench. Getting the shot. Now the Jets will finally able to clear it. Dodge. Throws it up the middle. Nobody home for the Buccaneers. Butters gets the red line. Dumps it in. Reverse. Here they come once again. The Buccaneers gain the zone. Try to get into the middle of the ice. Tornidis jumps on that and will take the face off. McDonald tries to get it out. Now the Jets will clear the zone. Jador tries to headman that puck, broken up. Icing waved off as it's tipped on its way down. Broken up play in front. Tornidis gets back just in time to knock that one off the line. Now 3-on-2 the other way for the Jets. Jador loses the handle on that one. Buccaneers clear the zone, and they'll start on the attack once more. Cross ice feed. Into the corner it goes. Heavy hit in the corner. Now the Jets will reverse play. Jador leaves it there for Phillips. Phillips tries to feather it through. Hits a couple Buccaneers, and Buccaneers regain control. Pemberton. Kraus picks that up. Shot, scores. Jackson Kraus again aggressive on the forecheck, causes the turnover. And the Buccaneers have once again scored off an offensive zone turnover by the Jets. Not able to keep that play onside. So a face-off will come outside the Jets' territory. Bucks will throw it in deep. Rimmed around, back down low, Lachlan Roach. Bucks once again, and they'll score once again. Jaden Pridham will lead the line back as yet again it's a turnover in the offensive zone. defensive zone, sorry. And the Buccaneers once again will punish the Jets for the turnovers in their own zone. Drop there, Harlow. Deflects around. No goal is the call. As they're saying, goalie interference as Morrison bowled over Tornidis. Puck was loose there in the crease. Harlow coming in, jamming it in, but again, referees very quick to wave that off. And where the Buccaneers came in to the zone, face-off will come outside Jets territory. Skating it out through the zone. Kurt throws it in front. Tornidis, he'll jump down on that. Gets a couple extra whacks, and he doesn't like that. Now McDonald has a headlock on Isaac McClellan, and McDonald will get a penalty. Or will they take both of them? McDonald will get the gate for 4 for head contact. And the Buccaneers will go back to the power play. Throws down in front to Tornidis. He'll jump on that and take the face off. .7:59 to go here in the third period. Buccaneers with a couple quick strikes here in the third and have opened up a 7-1 lead on the Jets. And now with an opportunity on a 4-minute man advantage. Harlow enters the zone, stops up. Cross feed for Roach. Roach finds Harlow back in the middle of the ice, but Jets converge on him. Puck jammed up against the wall in the corner. Now the Jets get it free and they'll switch sides. And they'll get it out. Isaac Ward one-on-one with Roach. Roach knocks that off his stick. The Buccaneers regain control. Both teams making line changes now. Fresh set of penalty killers and power play. Missed pass there. That'll go the length of the ice for icing. .242 to go with the man advantage. Face-off coming back down in Buccaneers territory. Bucs win the draw once again. They'll try and get set up in their own zone for the breakout. Puck tipped into Jets territory. Now LeBlanc able to clear the zone. Probert wheels his way through the neutral zone. Steps over the line, has the puck knocked off his stick into the corner. But Probert still on it now. Falls in behind the net, gives the Jets a chance to gain control, and get it down the ice. Kelly will rim that around. Bailey. His pass broken up by Guthrow, and the Jets once again clear it down. 1:42 to go in the man advantage for the Buccaneers. Pemberton, his shot right on net. And the Buccaneers come right back up ice. It's Bailey. Gets over the line. Tornidis, he loses the handle. Melee in front. I believe Pemberton with a big save, but here comes Crawley. Hudson Crawley shorthanded. He's taken down. No arms go up. Back for Butters. Shot. Saved by Kelly. .109 in the man advantage. .516 to go here in the third period. Winding up now is Curtin. Over the blue line. Tries to step around McDonald, but that play broken up. 44 seconds now in the man advantage. Jets clear the zone once again. Crawley doing his best to kill the clock. Thrown back in deep. Tornidis out to play it. Plays it up the middle of the ice for Phillips. He'll switch back for McDonald. Back for Phillips through his own legs. Throws it out front. Kelly kicks that aside. Big kill for the Cape Breton Jets. They kill the 4-minute penalty, sorry. Now thrown right back in by Balan. Jador back to retrieve for the Jets. He'll chip that out into the neutral zone. Back on the Buccaneers stick. LeBlanc. Scramble play in the neutral zone. The Bucks come away with it once again. Balan. Cross ice feed. Nobody there for the Buccaneers. Jador chips it out. Go to Lewis. The burst of speed. Lewis. Shot save Kelly. He'll hold on for the faceoff. .319 to go here in the third period. As they battle along the boards now, the Buccaneers will get control and get it down the ice. Tornidis will stop that, and we'll get a face-off. Reverse by Pemberton. Jets hemmed in their own zone. Tornidis will fall on that and take another face-off. Bucks win that face-off. Shot off the crossbar and then off the post. Up and down it goes. And another save there by Tornidis. 44 shots now on goal. And the Buccaneers putting 50 on net last night. And they are inching ever so close to doing that yet again here this afternoon. Another post into the corner it goes. Thrown out front. Puck comes loose, but referee has seen enough. He'll blow that one dead. We'll have another face-off in Jets territory. Draw one by the Buccaneers. Shot on goal, tipped wide into the corner. Battle along the boards now, Bellon. His shot deflects. And Simmons will chip it out of the zone. Harlow from McClellan. Jumps over Bellon's stick. Buccaneers regroup. Chipped ahead now for McClellan. His shot into the gear of Tornidis. .140 to go in the thirds. As another face-off comes up in the Jets territory. Played over to the half wall, chipped down low by McClellan. Harlow takes a hit from Pemberton in behind the net. Out front for McClellan, he scores. Isaac McClellan rips it into the top corner. And the Buccaneers have an 8-1 lead on the Jets. Guthrow eliminated there by Bellon. Buccaneers throw it back into the zone. Tornidis rims it around. Morrison there for the Bucks. McClellan's shot. Scramble in front. Goes cross crease. Rimmed around. Jets can't get it out. Probert throws it on net. And Morrison will pick up that puck. Slide it under Tornidis. Make it 9 for the Buccaneers. .34 seconds now left in this game. Buccaneers with another impressive performance here in member 2. They'll come away with a 4-point weekend in 2 back-to-back dominating performances. Offsides the call there. 10 seconds now left in this one. Opportunity to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for tuning in to our broadcast here today. And that will do it here from member 2. Your final score: the Martello Buccaneers with a 9-1 victory over the Cape Breton Jets. Again, we thank you for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving to you.